Hello, 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 and welcome back to Whole Lotta with your hosts, Justin and...
Nathan.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Nathan.
That's him. That's Nathan. How's it going, Nathan?
It's going well, it's going well. What else goes well?
Getting right into it. What
Imagine
goes
this. A nice, hot, summery day, family barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Your thirst hasn't been quenched yet.
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you there's a way to quench it? That's not just water.
Gasoline.
Yes, but I was gonna go for Capri Suns.
A classic, a staple for children and adults alike.
Yes, so yeah, we got a bunch of Capri Suns. Starting off with fruit punch.
Yeah, fruit punch. I also have like a little snack, so if you hear me like munching, that's why. So
I feel like.
All right, let's see.
What flavors do you usually think of when you think of fruit punch?
Berries usually.
Yeah, that's what
Or
I
like
usually think
berries,
of too.
cherries. Usually the red fruits.
Yeah. This one's got like some pineapple and orange too. I'm not sure that's normal.
Yeah, and it's an apple too, if we're judging by the cover.
Yeah, I thought the apple. I don't usually think of apple when I think of fruit punch.
No, me neither. But I mean, it tastes like a fruit punch.
It does taste like fruit punch. My one's yours cold.
No.
Yeah, so we didn't refrigerate these. I think it would taste better if it was cold. This one, I feel like it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it.
I think it's good. I don't really have a problem with it.
No, I don't think it's bad, but just, I'm not getting a whole lot of flavor out of it.
It's fine. I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe if you stop singeing your taste buds off, this wouldn't be a problem.
That could be a good point. I do eat rather spicy foods quite often.
Well, where do you put this?
I think I'll put it at number 1.
I think I'll agree with you.
Look at that. On the same page.
We'll see how long that lasts.
It's like maybe we on the same page about a movie we just saw a few weeks ago, though.
Yeah, I wish I wrote the stuff down. I said, hey, let's write stuff down, and then I didn't.
See, I didn't write stuff down because I thought you were going to write stuff down. The movie we're talking about, though, is Ponyo, the Studio Ghibli film.
Mm-hmm.
It came out when I was pretty decently young. I did not see it for a while. I saw like a bit of the ending when I was a little bit older, and there was something about it that I'm not sure if it was like I just didn't watch the whole film, so the ending just doesn't have like all the build up you usually get when you watch a whole film. But I kind of thought maybe I wouldn't like this film as much. Now I've seen the whole thing. What do you think about it, Justin?
I thought it was super okay.
Yeah, it was very
just okay. I'm going to say something. No, I didn't dislike it. I'm gonna say something that I think I could be completely wrong, and I'm pretty sure everyone will think I'm completely wrong. But I think just people don't want to admit that. Unfortunately, I don't really think Studio Ghibli films have great plots 90% of the time. I said it. I'm sorry. You can try and put my head on a pike, but I only speak facts on this podcast. I wouldn't say anything that I don't believe. And I don't know, man. I just think that they prioritize art first and plot like third, not even second.
I feel like I like the plot in other films a little bit more. The
only one I super fuck with so far is Spirited Away. I want that to change.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if are they showing Castle in the Sky?
I think yes. Yeah, I want to say they are.
So I want to say we saw that one. And, well, just before without getting too much into it, did you like that one when we saw it?
It's been a while. I don't remember disliking it. I think it was better than okay, but not nearly the same amount of Spirited Away. I thought it was probably like fine to good in terms of enjoyment. I don't remember disliking it though.
So for Ponyo, I think if I was a kid, I might have really liked this film.
Yeah, probably same here.
If I sat down to watch an entire film, which usually I was pretty good with, even as a kid. But, because there were certain scenes too that kind of had like that childhood whimsy to it.
Yeah, that vibe was very present in the film, and that's very good. I mean, most of the Ghibli films, arguably, but this one did it very, very, very well.
Yeah, and then I also think, even without like dumbing down the film because like, oh well, it's a kids film, like I don't feel like they felt like they dumbed it down at all. I just felt like the pacing of everything was kind of slow.
Yeah, it definitely, it's not like the slowest movie you're gonna ever watch in terms of like feel, but it does feel like it drags on in some places. And then like, I don't know what it is for me at least, but on almost all of the Ghibli films I've watched, at the halfway point, something happens, whether it's good or bad, and usually it's bad, and it just like tanks my enjoyment of the film. It didn't tank my enjoyment, but towards the halfway point, things start to get a little odd, and they're not explained all that well, and it's just like the way characters react and the motivation for certain things. It's just, it doesn't really make a lot of
there is some
sense.
weird stuff, like he's traveling around on a little boat that Ponyo grew into a big, like he had a toad boat. Ponyo used Ponyo magic to make it bigger so they can ride around in it. And everybody was just very much okay with like, I guess this kid is just on his own, floating around now.
Yeah, and everyone was just okay that the entire town just suffered a world-ending event out of literally nowhere. And everyone's like, whoa, hey, it's the little kid!
Fairly calm about it.
Yeah, everyone was super calm.
Like, nobody, like, I get there would be some people calm in this situation because, like, someone has to be calm to look for a resolution. But
it wasn't even, like, calm in the face of adversity. It was, like, calm like nothing has happened.
Yeah, they met a group and they were basically felt like they were just like Saturday afternoon, like on a boat in a lake.
Yeah, they were. They were like sunbathing,
just having
as like a family activity. It was so weird.
It's just because the build up to that point was like everybody is fucking dying.
Yeah, they've really made it seem like things are serious, and then the first humans they encounter after the event, it's just like a family enjoying a nice Saturday stroll through the lake. It's
I mean, cool. I think it would have been cooler if it was just the family and you didn't just have like a follow up of the entire town being like, yeah, we're just trying to get to safety. Everybody here's cool with the situation. Nobody's crying or worrying about anything. And say, oh, look, brother. I've never seen like a tsunami happen where somebody wasn't crying about how they're financially ruined now.
Yeah, I agree. Agree. Yeah, it probably would have worked a little bit better if everyone didn't show up.
But also, seconds afterward. Going back to the little boy, kind of just everybody letting him go off on his own. I do gotta say, this is a show Japan has. I forget the exact name. It's something like All Grown Up. Can watch it on Netflix, and they just let kids go out and do like tasks, like grown up tasks. Like, hey, here's some money. Go down over here to this shop, pick up this food for our dinner. On your way back, go to this person. They're gonna give you something to drop off to somebody else, and then come back home. And like they'll just let the kid go off to do it. And some of these kids will be like 4 or 5 years old.
Is this like a reality or like animated?
A real reality show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, that
I
sounds
think
cool.
it's a little bit different because, like, yeah, they got the camera crew around there, but like Japan's a much safer place than most of the world. So
Mhm.
even like grade schoolers, you'll see a lot of grade schoolers like just walking to school on their own. 'Cause,
Yeah, it's so strange.
so
Every time, like, you just see a kid nowadays just like walking alone, my first thought's like, why? Where are
it's
their
like,
parents? What's going on?
what's going on here?
Yeah, this is weird.
But yeah, and then so, but still, it was weird because I think a tsunami is one of those tipping points of like, well, we probably shouldn't just let these kids off on their own.
Mm-hmm.
If I had, but anyways, enough beating the dead horse. The animation in the movie was very good.
Oh yeah. Of course. The animation is incredible. All of them, all Ghibli films,
Yeah.
the animation is incredible.
I do think Ponyo was cuter as a fish though when she was escaping towards the start of the film. Thought her and her sisters had a very cute like relationship that I guess they were trying to go for.
Yeah, I liked all aspects, but I think my favorite was everyone's least favorite, which was like frog chicken Ponyo. I just loved that shit. That was so
that one
funny.
was pretty spot on.
Yeah, that was great.
Spot on the macros.
I just spilled juice. That's fantastic. Yeah, animation was great. The art style was fantastic. The sound design was great. The voice acting was great. I loved the way the town looked. I would love to live in that town. Super
especially
comfy.
the house they had on top of that hill.
Yeah, super nice, man.
Perfect.
Love that.
Goals.
Um,
What
I
did
guess.
you think? Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, what did you think of like the food? Because I feel like usually in anime, then
Oh yeah,
sometimes
remember we had
more
this
so with
conversation.
Studio Ghibli, like they make food just look so appetizing, and I felt it wasn't quite the case in this film. They had food, they didn't center around it as much as they usually do. The only thing that really looked good was like that ramen, and honestly, the tea they had looked pretty fire too.
Yeah. They didn't really show too much food. I'm sorry for the patting noises that you'll be hearing. I'm trying to clean up the spilled juice. They didn't really focus too much on food or drink. The few they did, and some of it looked okay. Some of it just looked kind of like normal, which is weird because like
Well, I would say some of it looked straight up bad. Like they had ham in.
Oh yeah. It was like super rubbery.
Rubber.
Everything was super rubbery. Yeah. Okay, I
I was
remember
like,
now.
yo, that is like not how I want my ham to be. Like, why is this kid having such a hard time ripping his bread apart? Like, what?
Yeah, everything looked like it was made of rubber. It was odd. Yeah, it was a little disappointing in terms of the food, but you're not watching it for the food. And I guess the last thing I'll touch on before we move on was the like undersea parent character development arc was weird. It just didn't work. Like one moment the dad is like, I'm gonna kill not kill, but I'm gonna turn all the humans into sea creatures because I hate the humans, and it'll be time for the sea creatures to rise up and have their chance. And then next moment he's like, yeah, you can marry my 4-year-old daughter, no problem, dude. And then like the mom comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I guess the mom's job is to like travel and keep the sea at peace or something. I don't know. But then like I want to give like a good explanation, but I can only think of like small things like, well, once the mom came back, she talked to the dad and calmed him down from that. I was like, all right, maybe I'm a little bit harsh on humans. I mean, I used to be a human, so maybe some of them can be good or something.
Yeah, that makes sense if that's what happened.
It's
but
an
we
odd
don't know.
pacing thing then.
It is. Yeah, it is very odd, and it literally ends with them just giving away their kid happily, no problems. It's just like,
Yeah, the mom was very okay, but like the daughter almost dying.
Yeah, it's just so strange.
You know what else might be strange?
Doctor
Doctor Who?
Huh.
What's our next flavor, Justin?
Our next flavor is Pacific Cooler.
I love the taste of Pacific. And I love the taste of coolers.
Wow, I don't like this.
Really?
Yeah, this is disgusting.
You're spazzing out, Justin. It has all the same fruits as the fruit punch.
The funny thing is, you're almost correct. No, this is bad. This tastes objectively worse. There's this weird tang to it.
Still tastes about the same.
No, this is different. There's
I will say though, I think for the Pacific Cooler, that's one of the flavors. If you let it get too hot, it will literally be just trash.
Maybe.
The fruit punch is a little bit sweeter though.
Yeah, this one's more. I don't know. Maybe it's the pineapple. I don't know. There's something inside of this I don't like the way it tastes. So I'm putting this at number 2. This is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm okay at number 2. It's not that far behind for me that I don't think it's disgusting. So it's just okay.
All right. Fair enough.
Speaking of things that were...
Thanks, I couldn't do it. I was a mouthful.
I thought you were about to. But speaking of things that were just okay, it's up to debate for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Just came out pretty recently. I just want to say, I was originally planning on skipping this one. I liked the first 2 Guardians movie. But with the recent Marvel track record of being trash.
Shit.
Yeah, I just did not want to watch it. But Justin convinced me by saying, hey, you should watch it. That's all.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it one time and I was blown away. So then I went to Nathan like, yeah, you gotta watch this. Let's go watch it. And then we did. So I saw it twice. He saw it once. So what were your what's some of your thoughts and opinions?
I thought it was pretty good. Just feel a little bit long. The pacing, for the most part.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Sorry,
the
what?
more I drink of this Pacific Cooler, I'm sorry, I just want to interrupt 1 second. The more I drink of the Pacific Cooler, the more and more it tastes like the fruit punch. But these first 2 sips were disgusting. So I don't know if I just got some like weird mix or something. But I'm still going to keep it at number 2. No? Are you supposed to shake these?
I don't know. I was just asking.
No, I didn't shake it. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
The pacing, for the most part, I thought it was okay. It just felt like some parts felt a little bit rushed. Nothing felt slow, which is I would prefer. But some parts felt rushed, like I guess Adam Warlock comes in, beats the shit out of everybody, almost kills Rocket, and then pretty much immediately they were like, "Oh, wait, off to space, we're gonna save Rocket," like fast. I was like, "Okay, this doesn't. We don't let this sit on us at all, I guess." And then there was some, I guess I would call it pacing issues, but maybe they kind of just didn't use their time properly. Because I feel like there were some pretty big themes they did a good job at touching on, kind of starting to dig into, but not really fully expanding upon.
Like?
Well, a little bit of a spoiler, but the creator dude does not believe in God, so that's one of the reasons he's creating all these creatures. But I feel like overall there wasn't a huge reprimand for him playing God. He gets,
I'd also no go.
I don't say in the end he gets beat, obviously, but I feel like they didn't really touch on that. Like, if you're gonna bring up God like this, like, I feel like you were doing that to get into that, not just to do it. Like that's how I feel, though.
No, I never really gave that too much thought. You did bring up a good point. I thought that was a great line, very chilling.
Yeah,
but like that's all it was.
Chilling. It was delivered very well.
Yeah, incredible. Like that one line, that's like probably the line people are going to remember from this movie. Yeah. It's incredible the way it was delivered, everything. He was great. The guy who played the bad guy was fantastic. Yeah, but outside of him just saying that, yeah, there was really, I'd love to know more, like why he thinks that. Did he have like some strange experience back in the day with like religion or something? Yeah, or yeah, why is he not like, why are there no ramifications for him playing God? Like he's created multiple races and
just you mean to tell me like when they failed.
Yeah, and then just blow it up when they fail. Like that's it, super simple. Usually when people play God in any other movie, there's like some serious like bad things that happen. And that didn't really happen for this guy. He was able to just kind of get away with everything he did scot-free, which, you know, I guess helps it be more of a villain. But I wish there was more, like, I think it would have been even more evil if like you could see that he clearly like screwed up like majorly somehow by playing God and then just continued to do it anyway. Like looked at it and be like, okay, you can argue that he kind of did that with like the previous batches, but that's not what I mean. Like, I mean, like, you know, created some like Lovecraftian, heinous, evil thing by accident that destroyed half the universe.
Monster that's still out there and then is inevitably what comes back to like kill him or something or destroy something he not only didn't want to destroy, but like wanted to try and preserve even.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But, okay. Anything else that you wish was expanded upon?
I guess for now, I at least just want to touch, like, I feel like the tone of the movie didn't always match up with the humor. Because they'll be talking about, like, some dark or serious stuff, and, like, you'll get really invested into it. It always gets broken up by, like, an exact opposite hit of humor, like just slapstick, happy-go-lucky type of humor that just doesn't always match with the scene or setting.
Yeah, that's a very common complaint that's going on with this movie and for a larger part, the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
And every other movie, because every movie has to be like Marvel, so, you know, Marvel's single-handedly ruined dialogue and writing and films. Everything's a quip. You know, you can't have anything serious. It's awful. But I'm aware of that, and I hate it. And he's not wrong. Nathan's not wrong here, and everyone else isn't wrong. For some reason, it didn't bother me. I don't know why. I'm not going to say that means I thought that decision was fine and it was a good one, but it just didn't bother me. But no, he is right. There were plenty of times where super serious and then, you know, joke because it's a Marvel movie. But I don't know. For me, the humor didn't bother me. I laughed more than I thought I would. So, strange. Don't know why. But yeah, that is true. What else?
You know, I'm not trying to take up all the time, but some of the costumes didn't sit well, but that's kind of whatever at this point for Marvel. There's something else that we talked about. I was just thinking of. I can't remember what it was though.
I don't know.
How did you feel about the film?
I was blown away. Like I said earlier, I was shocked by how much I enjoyed this film. I fully went into it expecting the same thing, that it was going to suck butt because Marvel movies just suck now. And if you look at the upcoming ones too, oh my God, they look terrible.
Yeah, they look bad. I did remember what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
The Gamora situation was just weird.
Oh, yeah. That's not the unpopular opinion.
I don't blame that on anybody, though, because of just knowing a little bit of the background of how that came about.
Yeah, James Gunn, the director, didn't really have any control over that, unfortunately.
Yeah,
this is original. Like I said, his original vision was going to have her still alive. But, well, yeah. Woo! Excuse me. So what was I saying? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I really liked it. I went into this thinking it was going to be garbage because all Marvel movies are garbage now. And man, damn, I was blown away. I laughed. I cried. I hated the villain. Like he made me hate him. I haven't felt that from a Marvel villain, and I don't even remember the last time, if ever, this guy was evil. They did a very good job.
Yeah, he was fairly evil. I don't feel like I hated him as much as everybody else did, though.
That's fair.
I honestly, I don't usually care for villains like this. I found it at times hard to take him serious, but other times, like when he had to deliver a line, I feel like he did a very good job at it. He had some scenes that were just very on point.
Yeah, he acted very well. Yeah, overall, I thought it was very good. This will probably be the last good Marvel movie in a long time.
I'm still looking for Spider-Man. The live action Spider-Mans.
Yeah, those are still decent.
For now.
But yeah, I highly recommend it. I think this is probably my favorite Marvel movie in a long time, and this is definitely my favorite Guardians movie. I could talk more, but we are out of time. So,
also,
what do we have next?
Before we go, the little red alien chick, she was put in fire.
What
from the space prison or?
Oh yeah, you talking about her attractiveness?
Yeah, she was fire.
Yeah, I'd wipe out the red alien chick for sure, dude.
I don't usually like these weird color alien chicks, but the red one, she got me to come around on her. Like, you know what I mean? Come around on her. Nah, but we got more Capri Suns. Let's talk about that now.
Yeah, what's the next one, Nathan?
Strawberry kiwi.
All right.
So green, not red. Gamura flavor.
Whoa.
I don't know how to feel about this one.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one either. Starts off really good, but it leaves terrible. Yeah. I don't like the aftertaste.
So you know how I said the last one, if you let it get too hot, it's going to taste terrible?
Yeah.
That was this one. There was like a Capri Sun that got left in like a car or something. Like I bought it so I could drink it, but then I forgot it in the car, so I came back to drink it. And after sitting in that hot car, just left that the aftertaste was just like exploded terribly. It was like,
yeah, it tastes like
disgusting.
Aspartame, that like taste you get when you drink something diet. It's weird.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, actually.
Yeah, I don't like this.
It has a lot of flavor, though.
Yeah, it is very jam-packed with flavor.
For the least amount of fruits so far, it has the most amount of flavor.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to have to put it in number 3, though.
Yeah, then we have to put it at number 3. Just the
so far, not so good.
Kinda...
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, yep.
So, my list so far is Fruit Punch, Pacific Cooler, and Strawberry Kiwi.
Yep, same list. I'm curious to see if we continue.
Yes. Well, what else do we have to continue on?
Sorry, I'm making a lot of noises this episode. Next thing we're talking about is Nathan's bald head.
I'm not actually bald.
That's what someone who's bald would say.
Well, that's also what somebody who's not bald would say.
All right, fine. We're talking about Call of Duty, but specifically conspiracies or codspiracies, if you will.
Coin it. That's our new phrase.
Yeah, we gotta go to the patent office immediately before Activision takes it.
If they didn't already take it.
They probably did. Also, I just want to give a big fuck you to Activision that I know you're not listening to this show. But I hate you.
Justin, they're going to suspend your account indefinitely.
Okay, that's fine. I hate that they shut down SM2. I will never not be mad. You're a greedy, disgusting company. You make terrible products, and you steal money. Anyway, let's continue.
What's the first conspiracy you were telling me about?
So Nathan was telling me about one, and as I was trying to do research, ended up finding another one that people were thinking about. But the one that he told me about initially, and I feel like I've heard about this in other games, is that the game, especially if you're like a newer player or someone who doesn't have a lot of skins, usually will put you in lobbies with people that have more skins, so that you are tempted to buy skins. I couldn't find anything really on that. However, that's not the first time I've heard that, at least for gaming in general. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's true. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I'd be shocked if they weren't doing that, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that, because I think the theory is, you die to somebody, you see the skin, and you think to yourself, like, oh, I keep dying to, like, these skins. Maybe if I bought a cool skin, I will also play better. Which then leads into other... First of all, I'm not sure if I heard of it was for just players in general, or for newer players, or for players that have bought at least one skin. Not sure, like, where they target it with it, if any of those. Not just... They could just be using it for everybody. But then also, it's like, the follow-up of that is, if you do buy skins, they put you in, like, easier lobbies, or you just kind of default get easier lobbies, so they can kill people, so they can see your skins that you paid for.
Yeah, that was the second conspiracy that I found while I was trying to look at the one Nathan initially told me about, was when you buy a skin, you get easier lobbies. Again, there's no like real proof on this, just a lot of speculation. But essentially, you buy like a big bundle, you get slapped in the easier lobbies, and you might ask why. And there's multiple reasons. A, it gives you the confidence boost of, when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, usually you do good in life. That is. Realistically speaking, okay? So some people unironically think, if I buy a skin, I'll play better because, like, I feel good. That's not how it works. No, that's not how it works. But if you get an easier lobby after you buy the skin, it placebo tricks your brain into thinking, oh, wow, if I actually pay money and buy skins, I do good. This is crazy. And then, like Nathan was saying, you get to run around killing a bunch of people. You get a lot of eyes and exposure on your skin. And that might, have other people be like, damn, this guy's good. I like his skin. Maybe if I buy the skin, I'll be good or something. I got no real proof. And this one spans multiple Call of Duties. I found a subreddit that was talking about this in Black Ops Cold War, which is now
Justin,
2 or 3 Call of Duties ago. Yeah.
Just curious, have you ever felt like the game got even slightly easier after buying a skin?
I've never bought a skin.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. The only time I've ever bought anything from COD was a battle pass. So I guess after buying a battle pass, no, not really. I didn't really feel any difference. But I've never, unlike Fortnite, I've never gone to the store and been like, yeah, I like the skin, I'm gonna buy it. I've never done that. So I don't really know. I can't really speak on it, unfortunately.
I can't really speak on it either.
Yeah, that's fine. So these two are speculation. The next two I'm going to talk about aren't speculation. So the first one is sometimes when you log into the store, it'll like, it'll be like 25% off this bundle, blah, 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 whatever. It's like normally 2,500 COD points and then they, discount it or something. Apparently, and I've seen pictures, for people that already have a lot of COD points inside of their wallet, they don't get any sales. But people that have little to no COD points inside of their wallet, they get sales. So the sales are targeted towards certain demographics of people. They're not just a sale, like, in a store where anyone can do it. No.
It's a shit thing.
Yeah. So it incentivizes people that haven't spent their money to spend their money, because for them it's on sale. And then the best part is, say if they fall for these fake sales over and over and over, and then they build up a bunch of COD points, then they're screwed. They screwed themselves, because now they're not going to get any sales because they bought too much COD point. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Yeah, I don't think it's so disgusting.
I just think that's kind of dumb. Because I know me personally, I usually don't just stock up on points like that. Usually I'll, if there's something I want to buy, I'll put in just enough to buy that one thing. I really never had an experience like that. I think I might have bought like one skin on COD Warzone when it was Warzone 1 and I was playing it almost every day. But other than that, I've never bought any other COD skins.
Yeah, no, me neither. Quick update, I just finished the Strawberry Kiwi, and unlike the other one, whatever the second one was called, Pacific, whatever, the more I drank that one, the better it got. The more I drank this Strawberry Kiwi one, the worse it got. It's disgusting. Wow.
Yeah, it's not great.
Anyway, so to round it off here, the last one I want to hit is the most egregious one. And I mean, there's just straight up proof. Like, there's been doubt for decades, I don't know if necessarily years now.
Seconds, even.
There's straight up proof. And whenever I finish my YouTube video, I have a whole section dedicated to this. So for a while now, people have thought that Call of Duty games are rigged. There's something called engagement-based matchmaking, not skill-based engagement. And basically what people theorize is that depending on a wide variety of factors, mostly being like your playtime, your level, your actual skill level, maybe even how much money you spend. I don't know exactly, but most likely the main factors are playtime, your actual skill, stuff like that. Depending on these variables, it will tune the game in real time, for instance, to, let's say, do less damage for whatever gun you're using because you're doing too good. And it has to give the other players a fair shakedown. Or you just might miss bullets, even though you're clearly firing on someone. The bullet, it's hitting. You can see the projectile hitting them, but, the hit registration doesn't miss. People have theorized for years now that the game just tunes itself in real time for all the players so that everyone has a fair chance, because, God forbid you do good. The game basically punishes you for playing well. Alongside of that is also the skill-based matchmaking. It does the same thing. It punishes you for playing well. I don't understand this tactic. Skill-based matchmaking is not a conspiracy. Some people can say it is. I've had my own experiences, so I believe that it happened. I've seen tons of videos of literally just like people firing, like unloading an entire mag at someone in point blank range and nothing. It doesn't hit a single bullet. But more importantly, the point I'm trying to get to here that proves that it's real is Activision filed a patent back in 2016, 2017. The title of the patent is called Methods and Systems for Improved Content Customization in Multiplayer Gaming Environments. And everything that I just said about tuning the game in real time is in this patent. I'm not like joking or like being dramatic. It's in this patent. It's a legal document that was filed by the company that makes Call of Duty. It's in this fucking document. Read it. It's there. I will link it. You have the title. There's tons of videos talking about this patent. Some people are like, well, you know, they filed the patent, but that doesn't mean they're using it. I guess, but let's be honest, they're using it. They're so money hungry. They want to control everything and have everything, you know, be down to their.
Is this something using in just the COD game, or is this using Warzone, the Battle Royale as well?
Yeah, no, both.
It's interesting.
And it's not. This patent isn't for Call of Duty. It's just for Activision and all of their multiplayer experiences. But of course, Call of Duty being their most popular, why wouldn't they use it? So again, I will link it. There are videos about this patent. I am making a whole section in my YouTube video whenever I make it. There's tons of proof out there that proves that this is real. I've had my own experience. You can call me crazy, man, but there's literal proof. So I don't know what else you want. Call of Duty's rigged. It sucks. It's so unfun to play anymore because of this shit. I hate it. Yeah, that's about it, really.
You know what else sucks, Justin?
Sucking on a nice Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Nice. So this last one, this last one's interesting. This isn't like a punch or like a traditional like fruity juice. This is lemonade. I mean, I guess you could consider lemonade to be a fruity juice, but I don't consider it like juice.
Fruit.
All right, you understand what I mean. Hopefully. Let's try it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
You are or not?
I am not. Sure, I usually like lemonade.
Yeah, I'm not either. But it's not terrible. It kind of just tastes like... It tastes like if you got juice... lemon juice from those little like lemons that you buy, like with the caps on them that you buy.
Like pretty much just lemon juice.
It's like juice, lemon juice, and like some sugar. It's weird.
Oh yeah, I like that.
It's definitely not the worst thing on this list, but it's not my favorite. I think I'm gonna put this at number 3. So my final list will be Fruit Punch, Pacific Cooler, Lemonade, and then in the garbage is Strawberry Kiwi.
And I'm a little bit of the opposite from you.
Damn.
My one is Fruit Punch, Pacific Cooler, Strawberry Kiwi, and then in the garbage this Lemonade.
Interesting.
These are really... I think it might taste good cold though. I'll give it that.
Yeah. It might taste good cold.
I feel like this one's the most flavorful, and like it's not a great flavor. It really just feels like lemon juice in my mouth.
Yeah,
I could just drink lemon juice. If I was going to drink this.
I mean, to be fair, when you go to someone's house and they have Capri Suns, they never have lemonade. I've never seen this before in my life until today. I didn't even know they made it.
Event. I like just somebody's house. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not good. Well, something that is also not good is Overwatch 2. Or at least rather what's happening to it. Disclaimer, I've never played Overwatch 2. I played a bunch of 1. Never touched 2. I have...
That means your skins didn't transfer over.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you're past the due date for that, I guess. Apparently, you can't just fucking do it whenever you.
Oh wait, you could do that in the first place. I didn't even know you could.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think it was like you had like the first month of the game to log in, and they would transfer all your stuff over, and if you didn't, it's on you, I guess, because you didn't get the time to do it, and so it's like, yeah, well, fuck your progress, it's all gone.
Yeah, you remember that $40 game you bought? Yeah, sorry.
Fuck. And then I see some people defending it, like, yeah, they clearly said it. So I've never even heard about that. I thought this was like even everything. I don't see, like, with the way they transferred the game over, I don't see how they couldn't possibly just transfer all of your stuff from Overwatch to Overwatch 2 even without
logging considering in. It's probably the same, like 80% of the code.
Game, let's be honest.
It is the same game.
All they did was delete some of the code.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they added code. They probably just deleted lines. So that's a disclaimer.
I'd be surprised if they deleted more lines than they added.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I've never played 2. I don't have any intention to ever touch that piece of shit.
I'm not a huge Overwatch fan.
I had a good stint with one, but
happening is kind of shit for the people that were looking forward to this.
Yeah, so in case you didn't know, a little background before Nathan tells you what just happened. Overwatch 2 was announced at a very interesting time when people were getting upset. I think if I remember correctly, it was like during the Chinese protests or something.
Oh, yeah, it was around that time.
And then Activision conveniently dropped Overwatch 2 to like calm everyone and get their attention away from like, relatively important matters.
Yeah.
And it worked. And people got really excited because of not only the PvP mode, which is, I don't understand why they had to make a second game because it's the same thing, but they were going to add a PvE mode, like a story, and you could do like co-op missions, kind of like, I assumed it was going to be like man versus machine in TF2. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, people got really excited. I don't know why. It's just PvE.
It seemed more like almost like a Destiny or Diablo thing because you have like the skill tree, kind of like from Borderlands. Build your strength of character, and then they were supposed to get in-depth story, like I think multiple chapters for each character to really see what their storyline was, type of thing. And then you level up as you're playing, and it was supposed to be a big thing, and it'd be like single player, but I think it was up to 4-person co-op is what they were saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would have been cool because
they just announced, I think this week, the week of the 15th, 2023, that they're scrapping it. Everybody's upset because a lot of people are just like, what the fuck have you been doing for the last 4 years?
So let's get this straight. You bought a game back in 2014 or whatever. I don't remember on the first weekend, but you paid actual money. And then you might have also paid actual money to get cosmetics inside of that game. And then this lovely company was like, idea. Let's delete the first game and all of the progress that you've made. So all of the money that you spent is useless. And what we're going to release now is literally the same game that you paid for.
Yeah.
Now it's free to play. You have nothing from your previous game, and it's objectively worse. However, we pretty please promise that the PvE mode will be super sick, and that's the reason why we made this change, okay? And then they fast forward and they're like, actually, we're not doing the PvE mode at all, so enjoy Overwatch 2. So you're left with the same game that you were already playing for.
Game really took about 6v6 to 5v5. I think everybody used to have 3 abilities, and now everybody has 2 or something like that. And then they reworked almost all the champions or heroes, and there's no more loot boxes. You just spend $40 for a skin.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's
I hate
welcome to
Activision.
The future, baby.
Activision makes me want to games.
That's Blizzard.
I want to start
playing
games.
Activision.
Well, aren't they the same company now?
Technically, Blizzard owns Activision, but pretty sure it's like that.
Regardless, both companies are a scourge on the earth, and they make me want to start.
Be so good too.
I know Blizzard genuinely used to be incredible, and I looked forward to everything they were going to release, but no.
But yeah, I feel bad for some of those Overwatch people that were hanging on, like, hey guys, when the PvE gets here, we're back in the limelight. We are the game again. It's just been dreams have been crushed. Do you remember they used to do like the holiday events?
Yes.
So basically, I think what little work they did do, they're going to take and make them basically holiday events that you can play during whatever season for whatever season pass they want.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just a super dumbed down thing. It sounds like they're stripping out a lot of like the story aspect, and you're kind of just another PvP thing, probably on the same maps for multiplayer.
Oh my gosh.
But maybe they'll start concentrating on the PvP more, like add some maps or some characters, maybe.
I doubt it.
Naked Tracer skin coming in, perhaps.
I'd like that. I'd love that. At this point,
see, I only
just
say that, not to cut you off, but I only say that because I was watching a streamer, and his chat was like talking about like how some of the skins suck, and like he eventually like he knew where they were getting at, and he was like, "What the fuck do you want them to do? Just release a Naked Tracer skin?" And I was like, they should do that. Make it illegal for tournament play. Give everybody the ability to censor that skin, and then charge just a flat out $100 fee for the skin. So anybody
and it would
with
sell
the skin, you'll just know like, oh, this dude like spent $100 just for like some of the most mediocre burn he'll ever have.
It would sell though.
Yeah,
it would sell like crazy.
That's the thing. That's why they should do. Well, I thought they should have done it because I was like, yeah, there's so much money in this. There's basically no downside.
No, there isn't. Yeah, I don't want to give them any more money, but I mean, I do want to play Diablo. Unfortunately, even if I start games, I haven't paid attention to a very long time, but last time I did was when Saints Row 3 was the current Saints Row, so it's been a long time. Back then, you know, if you wanted to game, you can't. It's impossible. I don't know if that's still the case. If it's not
multiplayer game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if like some strange technological wizardry has happened in the last 10 to 15 years to where like that's now possible. That'd be sick.
I
But
never heard anything like that.
yeah, I don't think so. So
I think
unfortunately,
it's pretty easy
like
to pick up when you go online with it.
I'm sorry, what do you
I think it's pretty easy to pick up when you try and go online with it.
What do you mean?
Well, because I imagine you would need like some type of code to be sent to the server to let them know.
Oh.
And I'm not sure how, like maybe you could like do something where it sends that code that lets you know the servers know this is a legit account or something. But even then, like
Sure.
you've got to make an account too usually. So
Yeah, you make a good point. Yeah, I want to play Diablo, which means I have to give him money, which I don't want to do. I really don't, but
I do want to play the Diablo game, but that's another topic for later.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it. We finished really early, which is fine.
Yeah, thought we were gonna take a little bit of time on like the Ponyo and the Guardians topic, because we did go a little bit over time with them.
Yeah, I'm really kind of shocked. I don't understand how we finished this early, but I'm not complaining. I guess the typical ending stuff. Follow our Twitter. Still no one. I don't think anyone ever will. Prove me wrong. Whole lot of PC on Twitter. We are also on YouTube, along with every other platform that you can listen to a podcast to. Obviously, YouTube is free, so that's fun. This is something we haven't said in a long time, but for the past 8,000 episodes that we've made, there's been a link in the description. If you click on it and you make a podcast through that link, we get some money and you get some money. You know, maybe do it.
What does the link lead to?
Leads to Buzzsprout.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Pretty cool.
It leads to the podcast providers that we use. They're great. Fantastic. Click it or don't. I don't know. I have a YouTube channel, SuperSealman777. I'm making a video. Hopefully it'll be done within the next 5 millennia. And the last thing I want to do is I want to shout out a friend of mine. Recently reconnected with him. Cool guy. His name is Michael. I won't say his last name, even though you're going to be able to find it really easily once I tell you this next thing. I get whatever. I'll just say it. Michael Joy. He runs a marketing company for horror films or anyone who's, like podcaster, TV show, whatever, book. He runs a marketing company. I'm pretty sure he runs it, if I'm understanding correctly, to help you get your project off the ground. So, cool guy. I told him I'd give him a shout out. So, here it is. And that's about it. Check back soon when I make an OnlyFans. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to the episode.
Yes, and we will. Actually, this juice thing was rather enjoyable. Maybe we'll do another juice thing, but instead of all Capri Suns.
Juice World? Whoa.
Yeah, four different juices. Juice World, orange juice, apple juice.
OJ Simpson.
And OJ Simpson. All right, have a good one. Bye.
Thanks.